Hi, I'm Bill Blaine, strategist with Shard Capital here in London. Let's talk about US bond rates and the Federal Reserve. In recent days, there's been a lot of concern that the US yield curve, the difference between very short government notes and long-dated bonds, has inverted a situation where the long bond yields less than short three-month notes. That's an unusual circumstance, and many economists believe that that heralds our coming recession. I disagree with them, and so do many of my colleagues. And that's because the world has fundamentally changed. 10 years of monetary experimentation and quantitative easing has distorted bond yields by keeping them artificially low. And especially in the last few months, where we've seen the Federal Reserve come in very, very dovish and easing rates, many investors believe that rates will remain lower for longer. And that's one of the factors that has kept US bond yields so low. Now, low yields mean high prices, which is something investors, of course, like. But in recent months, especially through March, we saw the US benchmark 10-year Treasury go from 260 all the way down to 235% in yield terms. That was a pretty dramatic move and got everyone very concerned as to why that was happening, that rates were falling so much lower. Largely it was technical. It was on the back of large swap-driven activity. That's where dealers are using the bond market to create other instruments, and also on the back of mortgage hedging. However, the other factor that has got investors really concerned about US rates is the Federal Reserve itself. Now, one of the key things about the Federal Reserve from the international perspective, and very clear to those of us sitting in London, is it's the independence of the Federal Reserve that is one of the key reasons that the US remains one of the most important places to invest on the planet. But that independence is increasingly being called into doubt because of Donald Trump's attacks on Jerome Powell, the Fed chairman. These have particularly come to the fore recently, where we understand from articles in journals such as the Wall Street Journal that Trump is showing clear aggression towards the Fed. The Fed is supposed to be non-political and has certainly come out with a whole series of comments denying that it is influenced by Trump's anger. But if the markets get any signal that the Fed is working with Trump and listening to what he says, then there will be serious issues to consider. And it's especially true as we come into an election year where Trump is very keen that the US economy continues to remain strong. As they always say, it's all about the economy, stupid. And if Fed holds him back, Trump will not be slow to blame them.